What would you do if your wife suddenly burst into tears in the passenger seat at 11:47 p.m. on a deserted stretch of Melrose Avenue? And when you asked why, she whispered, "Please, just change the song." Like her life depended on it. The radio glowed soft blue in the dark. The song wasn't even sad, just some slow acoustic thing. But her hands were shaking, her breath uneven, her eyes locked on something I couldn't see. I reached to turn the volume down, but she grabbed my wrist, harder than she ever had before. "Don't ask me about this," she said. That was the moment something inside me shifted. Because people don't react like that to music, unless it means something they're hiding. And I didn't know it yet, but that song was about to destroy everything I thought I had. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. At first, I told myself I was overthinking it. We'd been married 7 years. Olivia had always been dramatic, emotional, but this was different. The way she went quiet after that night, the way she avoided eye contact, it wasn't guilt, not obviously. It was something colder, like distance, like she'd already left. A week later, we were at a small Italian place on West 3rd Street, our place. Same booth, same wine, but she barely touched her glass. Her phone lit up twice. Both times she flipped it over instantly. "Work?" I asked. "Yeah," she said too quickly. She smiled after that, but it didn't reach her eyes. That was the first time I felt it. Not suspicion, not jealousy, humiliation. Because somewhere deep down, I already knew. The changes came fast after that. She started going to the gym at odd hours. Said she needed space. Began sleeping with her back, turned to me. One night, I reached for her, and she flinched like my touch burned. "Can you not?" she snapped. I lay there staring at the ceiling, my chest tight, my mind racing. That song kept replaying in my head. 3 nights later, I saw the notification. She was in the shower. Her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. I wasn't even planning to look, but the name caught my eye. Daniel R. And the message preview. "Play it again next time. You know I love when you cry." I didn't breathe, didn't think. I just opened it. Thread after thread. Photos. Hotel confirmations. Laughing texts about me. About how clueless I was. About how she'd almost slipped when that song came on. Because that was their song. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped the phone. 7 years. Reduced to a joke. That night, I didn't confront her. I sat on the edge of our bed while she dried her hair, humming softly, like nothing had changed. And something inside me broke. Not loudly, quietly, cleanly. I stopped being her husband that night, and became something else. The next few weeks were the hardest acting job of my life. I smiled. I kissed her goodbye. I asked about her day. And behind her back, I started building a case. Screenshots, call logs, bank statements, GPS data from the car. Daniel R. turned out to be Daniel Reeves. Real estate broker. Married. 2 kids. Lived in Santa Monica. Untouchable on the surface. But everyone has cracks. I followed them once. Watched from across the street as they checked into a boutique hotel on Sunset Boulevard. She laughed the way she used to laugh with me. I didn't feel anger. I felt clarity. Because revenge isn't about rage. It's about timing. I hired a lawyer quietly. A good one. Gave him everything. Infidelity. Financial misuse. Emotional damages. Then I waited. And let them get comfortable. Let them think they were winning. 3 months later, I made my move. It started at Daniel's firm holiday party. Big event. Rooftop in downtown Los Angeles. Clients, partners, families. Olivia was there too. Red dress. Smiling like she owned the room. I walked in 15 minutes late. No one expected me. Not even her. Her face went pale when she saw me. Just for a second. Then she recovered. "Hey," she said, like everything was normal. "What are you doing here?" I smiled. "Ending things," I said quietly. Then I walked to the center of the room. Tapped the microphone. "I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight," I began. "Especially my wife, Olivia." People clapped politely. "And Daniel Reeves," I added. He froze. Then I pressed play. The song filled the speakers. That same song. The one from the car. But this time, it wasn't just music. It was layered over a video. Photos. Hotel footage. Screenshots. Messages. Her voice. His voice. Everything. The room went silent. You could hear the city wind. Olivia's face collapsed. Daniel tried to rush forward, but it was too late. People were already pulling out their phones. Whispers turned into gasps, then into judgment. I stepped away from the mic, walked past her. She grabbed my arm. "Please, don't do this," she whispered, tears streaming. I leaned in close. "You already did," I said. The fallout was surgical. Daniel's wife filed for divorce within a week. Took everything. His firm let him go quietly. Olivia? She tried to fight it, but the evidence was airtight. The court didn't just grant the divorce. They granted me the house, the assets, even part of her savings. Adultery has consequences, but the real damage wasn't legal. It was social. Friends disappeared. Family stopped calling. Her reputation, gone. No one wants to be associated with someone exposed like that, especially not in a city like Los Angeles. A few months later, I saw her again. By accident. Gas station off La Brea. She looked smaller, thinner, like life had been slowly draining out of her. She noticed me, walked over. "I never meant for it to go that far," she said softly. I didn't respond. She swallowed. "That song, it just reminded me of how it started. I didn't think." "You didn't think," I cut in. Silence stretched between us. Cars passed. Neon flickered. "I loved you," she said. I looked at her for a long moment, then nodded once. "I know," I said, and walked away. I still hear that song sometimes. In stores. On the radio. Late at night. But it doesn't hurt anymore. It just reminds me how quickly someone can destroy their own life without even realizing it, and how quietly someone else can end it for them. The end.